Columbus, Ohio, this is the Get Business Credit YouTube channel with your host, Josh Van Horn. Subscribe now and hit the bell notification right now to stay up to date as soon as we release new business credit gems. Take it over, Josh.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Josh with the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking with Steve, the CEO of eCredable. A lot of you guys may not know about them, but we brought him on today to go over how they can help your business build business credit. And I'm going to pretty much just let him take over and show you the product that they actually offer, the service they offer. And we'll be doing follow-up videos in the next coming weeks and kind of break this into multiple videos because there's so much to cover and we don't want to overwhelm you guys with everything. So without further ado, here's Steve, and I'll kind of let him just take over, and glad to have you with us here today, Steve.
Great. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate the opportunity, and it's great to meet you and your audience. So let me take it from the top here at eCredable. We're a company that is built to help small business owners build better business credit. And there's lots of ways to do that, as you know. But the particular solution that we bring to the table is to provide you with the ability to include information in your business credit reports at multiple business credit bureaus to help you build better credit scores. Most of what we focus on are accounts that we call net 30 accounts. So think of accounts like your telecom and utility accounts. Maybe you might have a virtual office space. You might have web hosting services. There are a number of different kind of accounts that are obviously net 30 type of accounts. And those are the ones that we really focus on. What we think about approaching this in terms of accessing the accounts that we can get to electronically. That's the most efficient for us and the easiest for you. But we can also manually verify accounts that we can't get to electronically. So what I thought I would do is just kind of a quick walkthrough of what eCredable Business Lift looks like. And I think it'll be somewhat self-explanatory, but let me take a few minutes and walk you through some of our screens here.
Yeah, definitely. That would be great.
Okay, so this is our homepage. As you can see, we talk about what eCredable Business Lift does. You can raise your business credit scores at multiple business credit bureaus simultaneously using eCredable Business Lift. And so let me just kind of go to the how it works web page, if you will, because that helps us understand what the flow is that you have to go through to get this properly set up. So I've already talked about how building business credit with Business Lift works. What we do is we report to multiple business credit bureaus, which include Dun and Bradstreet, Equifax, Creditsafe, and Ansonia. And starting in February, which is right around the corner here, we'll add Experian to this list as well. And I'll explain how that works in just a few minutes. But what you do is you go to eCredable.com and pick on the small business site. You set up your account. And the initial setup price is $49.95. That's a one-time setup fee. After you set up your account, you can link thousands of different types of utility and other service providers. So in this example here, you might pick your utility account from your home if you're working from home, or even a business account. We have two ways to provide information to the business credit bureaus. The first way and the most efficient way is by linking them automatically through accounts that we can link to. So if you want to link your utility account, you would give us user ID and password. We would use that information to log into your account through a very secure portal where we can download your payment history, format it per the requirements of the Business Credit Bureau, and then ship it off to them to be included in your business credit report. That's the most easy, affordable, and efficient way to do that. That process is included in your $9.95 per month subscription fee. So that's included there. We can also do manually verified accounts. So for example, let's say you're paying for a virtual office and we're unable to link to that particular office account. That's okay. For a one-time fee of $19.95, you can ask that we manually verify that information, which we do. We get on the phone and call them. And then we can also report that payment history to multiple business credit bureaus. This approach that we've taken is really the fastest way for you to impact business credit scores. And why we say that is because once you set up your eCredable Business Lift account, the next week, we report every Thursday night, we're going to report that information to these business credit bureaus. So it's a very fast way to impact your business credit reports very, very quickly. So let me go back to a live account and show you how that works. This is my personal account. I'm not going to show you all personal details, but I'll at least linked to my business credit profile of my small business, and you can understand what the impact looks like there.
Okay, Steve, can I jump in there real quick? Just a quick question while the site's loading, just to pick up on what some viewers are probably going to be asking about what you just said there. So can you report, like, say, business cash accounts, such as, like, say they have a Namecheap or GoDaddy, they've been paying, say, $50 a month for their business hosting and hosting service, say, with them. Even though it's paid monthly, it's not net terms or anything, but it's being paid like auto pay on a credit card every month. Can something like that be reported at all? Or is that?
Yes, it can. That's a legitimate business expense, and that can be reported to multiple business credit bureaus. We do that for people every day.
Okay, who is out of the different business credit bureaus? Do you know which ones? Because some of them are more strict than others on what they accept as far as the data.
Sure.
But accounts say like that are more cash accounts. Like, say, for instance, I use Nextivia for my voice over IP. We have 19 different phone lines. It's pretty robust. Over $1,000 a month we pay, and they offer us terms, but I just rather have it be just billed on my American Express every month. But they don't report, and I've tried to get them to report, say, with Dun and Bradstreet Credit Builder, but they don't come up on the list to be able to do that. So I've asked, let's say, for instance, Nextivia called and spoke to different departments. They said they'd be happy to verify the account and stuff. The problem is getting Dun and Bradstreet to actually contact them. For some reason they won't. And I'm just using this one as kind of an example, but if I'm using your service, is that something that you guys could do? And that would be obviously a manually reported one.
Yes.
What bureaus are those going to be more likely to be accepted? Verify it.
So once we can do that, and we can manually verify that type of account by calling them, and we would report that trade reference to Creditsafe. They would accept that, and that would go into your credit report, and we can report it to Equifax as long as it's titled in the name of your business. If it's in your personal name and you made a personal guarantee and it looks like you personally own that account, we are not allowed to report those types of accounts to Equifax. It must be titled in the name of your business. Your name may be on the account as a principal, that's fine, but it has to be titled in the name of the business.
Right. So like with Nextivia, they don't deal with personal people at all. They only accept business accounts.
We can help you with that.
No problem with that. Okay.
No problem with
and
that.
Say, what about, you already said like hosting accounts like that. That's a possibility. And then what about, so I have like partnerships with, say, AT&T commercial for cell phone service and Verizon. The reason I haven't really promoted them too much is, or even started that sponsorship deals with them, is because they do not report unless you are negative to the business credit bureaus. Is that and they give you terms too, as far as like $10,000 in equipment or whatever, or approve you for 4 lines and so much in device, this is your credit limit and how much you can spend on device, so forth and stuff. But it's pretty standard. You're gonna have that monthly payment if it's just the service or the service plus the equipment leasing that you're leasing the phone, rent to own, whatever. But it's a business account. It's not personal, obviously, because a lot of people I know are trying to, say they have a T-Mobile or Verizon, cell phone, and they just found it to be easier just to use that for their business phone. And yeah, they can write it off at the end of the year to a certain extent, but they want to use that, to build business credit when they should have just set up that in the first place as a business account. So some people will change their account over to a business account from a personal account, say with Verizon. So you're saying stuff like that you could report as long as it's business only?
That's right, as long as it's the name of the business. Now, with Equifax is already receiving all of those business accounts from commercial telecom providers. So Verizon and companies like that, AT&T, that have commercial accounts, they do report that to Equifax already. So that should already be in your Equifax business credit report.
That's strange. I have AT&T myself and never seen it report at all.
Oh, then I need to look into that, because Equifax has told us that they get most of those accounts from the commercial telecom providers. If they're not getting it, then yes, indeed, you could do a manual verification and we could report that on your behalf. I do know that we're doing that today with Creditsafe, reporting those types of accounts to Creditsafe.
Okay. And you could potentially get it reported to Equifax if it's not already reporting to Equifax.
It's not already reported, correct.
You could. Okay. I mean, it's just like anything else. It's not guaranteed that accounts are going to be definitely accepted. You're kind of the middleman in between of providing that data to them, that you guys are actually doing the verification and they already have trust in eCredable versus just a random person just saying, hey, accept this data or whatever. There's credibility already built up with eCredable. So people kind of understand that.
You can imagine they kind of ran us through the ringer in terms of us being a data furnisher and a legitimate company that follows their strict business rules and processes in order to be able to report this data. It's a very high bar to do what we do. And so it's not trivial at all. It's very difficult to do, actually.
Okay. So you guys, you viewers, we're not quite done yet. He's going to show us like inside of the eCredable account. But just so you guys know, some of this may be boring to you guys, but I'll tell you, there's a reason why I haven't made this video before, because I did not want to just make a video about eCredable without having Steve on the line, because it's so robust and a lot of people don't even know about eCredable. But like he said earlier, this is a way to really fast track building your business credit. And unfortunately, there's a lot of, I don't want to say politics, but interference with the different business credit bureaus, and they are competitors of each other. So with eCredable, they're not really a competitor. So they're able to streamline getting these different accounts reported to you the best that they can. Not saying that every single one, will be accepted, but I don't think there's anything better out there. And I know a lot of you guys wanted me to make this video, and that's why we're doing this today. And we'll have other videos in the future broken down into different sections. So I just wanted to put that out there. But instead of paying Dun and Bradstreet, a credit builder, $150 a month, I think this is a much better resource to use, and it's a fraction of the price. I don't know how you guys do it so cheap, Steve, honestly. So anyways, I'll let you get back to it. I just wanted to let them know about that,
So let's continue here. What we're looking at right now on your screen is my dashboard for my account for eCredable for Business Lift. And so what you see at the top here is the accounts that get reported. So you can see in my account, I have eCredable, Georgia Power, and then a property management company. Your eCredable Business Lift account, this is one of the benefits of the $9.95 a month that you pay for your subscription. This account is reported to Dun and Bradstreet, Equifax, Creditsafe, and Ansonia every single month. And we're adding Experian to this list starting in February of 2022. And so that is a basic benefit that you get with Business Lift is knowing that this particular subscription is going to impact your business credit reports at every one of those bureaus every month. One of the challenges in business credit reporting is frequency. Some companies that furnish data to the business credit bureaus, some of them do it once a year. And so your account could get pretty stale pretty quickly. We do this every month. And so having frequency is very important in business credit reports because it shows that your business is current, it is active, it is using business credit, it is getting trade references reported, and all of that helps your business credit scores at the bureaus. So that's very important.
There's quite a few of them. Sorry to interject there, but just as you had said that, I know quite a few of them recently. A lot of it, I think, has to do with COVID, but I think also some of these different companies, say like Gamblers or Granger, they're kind of getting annoyed with, I don't want to say people like me, but YouTubers that are teaching how to build business credit. And I don't know why, because they're making money off of, getting, buying products from them. But, they've changed the way that they report. Instead of reporting monthly, they've changed. Some of them report every 90 days or every 60 days, and they change who they report to. And it's very hard to find out who's reporting to who, because even with the paid memberships, not even just with NAB, but the actual individual expensive reports with each of the bureaus, they don't, there's not much transparency there on trying to figure out what account is this, which one is this that's being reported. The business credit advantage with Experian is $189. We have a landing page that will get it for 50% off for the year, so it's like $94, but that will show you the last 4 digits of the account number. They have a section where you can do self-reporting. However, there's no guarantee that they're actually going to report. Experian will only do that reporting of that self-report account if that company agrees to give the whole data file of all of their, clients. So there's no guarantee on that. So you guys out there listening, this is a way that that it's a way around it. And like Steve had said, they've been, vetted through all the different bureaus. They're trusted. So their data is, being accepted and trusted when it's being reported by them. So anyway, sorry, Steve, I had to cut you off there. Just to, remind people about how important, things like this is.
Yeah, so let me continue. Let me give you an example of, here's an account that's linkable, Georgia Power. They obviously have an online website. And I simply go in and provide my login credentials, user ID and password, so that we can use our technology to link to the account and get the detail. Here's this is what shows up on your dashboard. So you don't need to log in and look at every single account all the time. You just want to know which account's being reported, when was it last updated, which bureaus was it sent to. That's pretty easy to see here. And you can see that it shows everything's green, it's linked, it's green, all systems go. If you want to go in and dig into what's actually being reported, that's where you would click into the account details here. And so you can see here's some information about Georgia Power, their mailing address, their phone number. If I actually want to go to their website, I've got the link here. I can click on that and go do that. I can also manage my account credentials here. What that means is people change their security passwords regularly. You should be changing them regularly if you're not. But if you go and change them at your biller site, you need to come back to eCredable and change it here as well. Otherwise, we can't log into the site. So that's done here. Here you can see.
Right. So that's like the same as like you guys, I don't want you guys to get this confused with like the Experian on the personal side, the Experian Boost, where they actually just scan your checking account, your bank account, and then that boosts your score just a little bit. And that's on the consumer side, but eCredible's not doing that. They're doing that directly to the vendor, your account, just to point that out. Yeah.
And so here we can see the account number, when it was opened, what the current balance is, which bureaus we reported to and when it got last reported. But look down here in the payment history. You can see that what happens is when you initially link your account, not only do we start reporting this month going forward, but we attempt to get up to 24 months of payment history. Now that's dependent upon the biller site. In the case of Georgia Power, they have 18 months that's available. Some have 6, some have 12, some have 18, some have 24. But we try to get as much as we possibly can. That's really important because when you report to the business credit bureaus, payment history is super important. If we can only start this month and going forward, okay, we can do that. That's going to help. But if I can get 24 months of history for you and put that into your credit report, that's going to help a lot more. And so that you can see here where we've reported all these different months. If you want to see what actually got reported in a particular month, well, they're all green, so that's all good news. But you can just kind of click on that month and it goes, okay, here's what we did during that month. We tell you when the statement date was, what the amount due, when you made a payment, and obviously you paid the full amount. And so we do this for every month of history, which is great because people sometimes just want to know that level of detail. And so we keep that for you.
Right. Did I see somewhere on there too, where if on that, right there, where you can actually stop reporting, you have that option.
Yeah. The reason why
we put that particular account.
The reason why we put that option in was really for a couple of reasons, but this really came from the consumer side of our house, where consumers go, you know what, I kind of juggle my power bills in the wintertime, and I know I'm going to be late on this one. I don't want to report this one to the bureau right now. And so you can literally stop that from happening.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, I actually had this problem myself. I literally have over 190 different, actual credit cards and Tradelines, and I teach business credit, but we're all human. And there was one month last year that I was like 3 days late on my electricity bill. And, had I been reporting that, that could potentially hurt my, business credit scores, so, but that shouldn't be somewhere now your business credit's bad just because you overlooked something, So
fortunately, we're the data furniture. That's a kind of a legal term in the credit reporting industry, but we do accommodate for late payments. And what we've built into our model is essentially a 30-day grace period. And the reason why we did that is that's what the biller would do for you. If you're paying a power bill and you don't pay it exactly on time, they don't cut your power off the next day.
Right.
Yeah, they have a built-in 30-day grace period where they probably aren't even going to charge you a late fee. Some will, but most won't. And so we've designed the system that way to be as friendly as possible and not harm your credit when it shouldn't be harmed. But that's built into the system. The other thing that we built in here is notice at this top nav, the reason why we put this at the top is that you can have multiple accounts with one provider. If you're if you're a small business owner, you might have 10 offices and 10 service addresses with one particular utility company. We can report all those accounts. But if you are going to, for some reason, close the account with that provider, you can delete that account at the top level, and it deletes all the sub accounts. You can also do things like update your credentials from this level. You don't have to do it inside the detail, but all that's available here as well. So you have to think about this as in you have a lot of control over using eCredable Business Lift to get information reported to business bureaus. But with that control also comes some responsibility as well. You're responsible for making sure that this kind of information is current so that we can work on your behalf. And we wanted to make that as easy as possible for you. So here's in the time we have left, I wanted to show how a manual verification works. So let's say this is my property management company I'm paying my business lease to, and I can't link to that company. I want to do a manual verification of that. Well, right over here it says verify. I can click on that. It's going to take me into the manual verification process that we've built. And so this process, there's going to be a lot of words on the screen here, unfortunately, but we have to go into some certain amount of legal description of what we can and can't do. And so the on-demand account verification, as we call that, we spell out all the accounts that we can manually verify, all the ones that we can't verify, who we can report it to. You'll notice here that for that accounts that are established in the name of the business, we can report those to Equifax, Creditsafe, and Ansonia. For accounts established in the name of the business owner, we can only report that to Creditsafe today. And so we spell out all those details, all those nuances in here. What accounts are eligible. For example, we can't report business credit counseling services. We can't report international accounts. So all that's kind of spelled out in here. But then we tell you, hey, this is what the price is. It's $19.95 for a one-time verification. You have to acknowledge that you've read this web page. Then you can request your on-demand verification. You literally go in here and say, here's all the accounts that could be manually verified. I don't want to do my Georgia Power account because that's going automatically. So I'm just going to pick this one. Here's the terms and conditions of the service that we're providing to you. You basically agree to that. You do have to provide your social, your ITIN in this particular field. And so I don't want to show you my social. It just does the last four. That's good. So I'm going to put in my social. That's part of our verification process. Then I have to acknowledge that I accept the terms and conditions. So I have to put in my initials here. There's some legal stuff that we go through here. But then once you've done that, then we collect the payment. So you would put in your credit card here. You pay for that. And we immediately send that off to our verification team. And they go into the process of going through the manual verification process, which is calling the company, verifying that you have an account with them, that it is current, or that you have a significant payment history that can report. But we can do all that for you automatically. I don't want to fire this off, so I'm going to hit cancel here.
Right. Yeah,
that works.
So, yeah. I mean, that's great. We have a little connection issues. So viewers, if you're just bear with us on that, it's probably Streamyard that's actually causing this conflict. But anyways, so they're doing that for $19.95 for each accounts that you're gonna for the manual part. It's $19.95.
Right,
so if you think like say, yeah, for the manual verification. So if you think Dun and Bradstreet, they have that credit builder, it's like $149 a month, but it's only going to be, and I think you get 5 or 10. I don't know what the number is, but it's only getting reported to Dun and Bradstreet. With this, you guys are potentially reporting it to anywhere from 2 to 4 for each one, so you're going to get better bang for your buck, in my opinion, on what Steve is showing us here with this. And the $9.99 fee a month, that's unlimited, right? For anything that's electronically verified, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then is there any limit on, obviously it's $19.95 per manual verification, but there's no limit on how many you could do in say 1 month or anything like that, right?
There's no limit on that at all.
How long does it typically take your team to do the manual verification? I know
Yeah.
it then also depends on the company, getting to the right department if they're responding and giving you guys the right information. But what is the turnaround time typically?
It's usually 3 to 5 business days. That's the norm. If it goes longer than that, we contact you and let you know we're having difficulty reaching the company, just to keep you current on that. You can always log into your dashboard and actually look at the manual verification section, and it'll tell you what's going on with that verification, so you can kind of see where it is in process.
Okay. And then after that, after you guys have the data, do you guys report it right away, sync it with the bureaus, or do you guys do that once a month?
We do it once a week, and we do it every week. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And then let's see if I had any more questions I jotted down here. Anything else that you wanted to cover besides let you guys know it's $49.95, and that's the setup fee for one-time fee. It's not monthly. It's just $49.95 to set up your business file. Can somebody have more than one? Say they own 2 businesses.
Absolutely.
Can they do that under one account? Of course, they would have to pay the $49.95 twice, right?
Yeah, you'd have to set. Yeah, you have to set up an account per business.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's no problem with having 2 businesses and okay. All right. Gotcha. Just trying to cover anything that, some people may wonder, try to answer the question before it gets commented, and if you guys have any questions, just put them in the comment section, and probably in a week or two, me and Steve will be back going in more detail about the more in depth of eCredable and how beneficial it can be for you guys. And I'm going to actually show you guys mine once I get set up and everything, for my newer business. You guys know I have 6 different businesses, but for the YouTube channel part that I've been showing you guys all my credit approvals for the YouTube channel, I'm going to set up and show you guys my honest review and results that I get. And I'm sure it will be outstanding. So is there anything else that you wanted to cover in particular on that, on this before we let the viewers go? Of course, like I said, we're going to do another segment, but anything else that you kind of wanted to get out there?
No, Josh, I think that's it for today. And next time we'll cover some more information and try to help everybody understand how to build better business credit.
Exactly. So, and Steve was nice enough to give our viewers a discount. So check that out. There'll be the link in the description below. I believe they are having a landing page set up for the Get Business Credit YouTube channel that you guys can go and sign up and, give you a little bit of discount. But I encourage you guys to sign up right away. And even if it's the only, you can only see this right now practical for you for 2 or 3, business accounts. I mean, do it, because it's 2 or 3, and the sooner you get that reported, the better it's going to be for you, say a year from now when you're maybe being more aggressive about building business credit. So is that right, Steve?
That's right. You can't start building business credit.
Yes, and it's a process. It's not an overnight process. And the eCredable Business Lift just kind of helps you do a fast track process and kind of takes a little headache away from you having to do some of that yourself. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and give the video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And I have several more videos coming out. And as promised, I'll have Steve back on in the next maybe week or two for a follow-up video, and also some personal credit on the consumer side as well, and how it can help your personal credit. So thank you so much again, Steve, for coming on, and look forward to the partnership.
Great. Thank you, Josh.
All right. Thank you. Till next time, you guys take care.